back to Marblehead, Massachusetts for coverage of day 2 of the Corinthian Yacht Club's Invitational Women's Team Racing Regatta, the Thayer Trophy. It's a gorgeous day in Marblehead. Breeze is built to around about 10 knots, a little bit of chop to make the competitors work, but perfect team racing conditions. We got through a round robin and a half yesterday, and Principal Race Officer Will Bailey's intention is to complete that second round robin today and then cut straight to a double points gold and silver round robin to determine the winner. Coming up here to the start of race 37 towards the back end of the second round robin, we've got the hosts Corinthian Yacht Club in blue versus Bristol in yellow. Corinthian look like they are strong at the pin, likely to get a good lee bow start there, but a little bit late at the boat. Let's see how this shakes out. And coming round this first mark, Corinthian have converted their strong start off the pin into a 1-2-4 combination at the first mark. Great work, by the way, by boat 4 to get herself out of last place. However, boat 8 for Bristol, that's Amanda Callahan by the looks of things, right up there, and will be chasing hard down the run. Coming in towards Mark 3 here, Bristol have been pouring it on down the run, but 6 has done a superb job defending, and it looks like it's going to hold a 1-2 combination with 5 round this third mark. And boat 4 doing a good job keeping herself out of last place, keeping that ace, which could come in handy later in the race. And round mark 4, Corinthian still with a strong 1-2-5 combination. And coming up to the finish, Corinthian Yacht Club showing impressive speed and team coordination to put the finishing touches on what looks likely to be, if not a 1-2-3, then at least a 1-2-4. Great sailing by them. All right, going into the first race of the double points gold round robin here, we have Newport Harbor, who are the second place team, and they are in red, and we have MIT in blue in third place. The other 2 teams in the gold round robin will be Chesapeake Bay Yacht Racing Association and also the Bristol Yacht Club. So coming off the line, looks like Newport Harbor possibly advantaged with boats 1 and 2, but they've got a very deep 6th boat, that's boat 3. Coming into the windward mark here, MIT have converted their strong start into what looks like a 2-3-4 combination, but boats 1 and 3 from Newport Harbor are going to be extremely close on their heels downwind. If indeed, yeah, 1 making the sensible choice to duck there, stay close rather than risk a foul and end up well behind. Coming around mark 2, MIT done a good job on that reach to extend their 2-3-4 down to the run. It's all going to be on the kite work downwind. First time these ladies have had to deal with the greater pressure downwind. And Newport Harbor, halfway down the run, has taken MIT practically head to wind with the kite up, now bearing away. If that was clean, it will have done a great job of restoring 1, and wow, they forced MIT to drop their kite. I think boat 4's taking a spin. Wow, this will put Newport Harbor in a 1-3-5 combination. It's going to be very slow for MIT. But MIT straight back to it. They're trying to make the pass back happen, get themselves back into a 2-3-6. As if boat 6 trying to slow up boat 3, get their teammate Current through. But boat 5 fighting back to try and make a 1-2 conversion. This is great team racing. It's going to come down to whether boat 5 has an inside overlap there. I say they do, but may not matter. Newport Harbor may be all the way around the outside here, unless boat 6 can come in and slow them up. Which I think they can. Boat 5 got something as well. We've got a classic 1-4-5-2-3-6 barn burner. Rolling. Okay, so round mark 4, MIT gone straight to work. Really well drilled collegiate team here. Boat 5's on top of boat 3. Boat 6 on top of Boat 1, trying to get their teammate in 4 out of last. At the same time, Boat 1 just trying to drive all the way through into a 1-2 combination. But you know what? They just look low and out of it to me. I think MIT starting to come through to a 2-3-4. Boat 4 forced to dip there. That's going to push them back. But even so, they look to be out of last place, and therefore MIT into a winning 2-3-5, but very tight right now. We're about 150 yards from the finish here. MIT back in the 2-3-6, but very compressed. Boat 4 wiggling to try and get out from Boat 1. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I think Boat 3 is starting to come through all the way underneath. I think they're laying the finish, and Newport Harbor steadily moving into what looks like a 1-2 combination. If they can pull this off across the finish, it'll be a great comeback from down a 1-5-6, really showing both their speed and their team racing expertise against a tough fight from MIT. And there we go, Newport Harbor across the line 1, Newport Harbor across the line 2. Good win for them. That'll put them in a win with 10 points. MIT stuck with 6, and with it all to do in their next 2 races. And coming into the finish of the other race of this first flight of the Gold Round Robin, Bristol Yacht Club putting the finishing touches on a 1-2 against Chesapeake Bay Yacht Racing Association. That will put Bristol on 10 points, tied with Newport Harbor, and leave Chesapeake tied with MIT on 6 points. But we'll see what happens in the next 3 flights before we conclude this event. Coming into the next race of the Gold Round Robin here, we have Newport Harbor in red, we have Chesapeake in green. All the boats pretty close to the line, having to adapt their time and distance to the increased breeze. Looks like a great start for Chesapeake at the pin, but a great start for Newport Harbor at the boat. Probably 2 pairs for Chesapeake at the pin and in the middle. 1 pair for Newport Harbor, but we've seen the strength of the boat all day. Really hard to tack and cross out of the left. We'll see how they shake up when they get to the top mark. Round the first mark, Newport Harbor have managed to get themselves into a 2-3 and a 5. 11 trying to luff up and hold up Boat 3, but I think Boat 3 might roll over the top. Certainly over the top of 10, but maybe not the top of 11. 11 taking 3 all the way out. Looks like establishing a 1-4-5 for Chesapeake. This should be a great race down the run. Both teams will be working hard to convert. Newport Harbor have made the unconventional decision to chase down the 1. You'll see Boat 1 trying to roll over the top and now jibe onto starboard. And I love it. I think they've managed to convert themselves through into some kind of 1-3 combination. It's all going to depend on how these 2 pairs come back together. Chesapeake doing a good job resisting it and also potentially rolling over with Boat 10. In fact, if Boat 2 continues to have her win taken by Boat 10, we might see a 1-3-5 for Chesapeake. We'll see if they can turn that into a 1-2. But no, Boat 1 has a piece of Boat 10. They're going to force Boat 10 to jibe. Oh, and I imagine we'll see a big luff on Boat 10 right now. And that will get Newport Harbor back into a 2-3 and a nice and compressed 2-3 as well. Wow, big luff here, forcing Boat 10 all the way up. Kites draped all over the Newport Harbor boat. No flag for umpire from what I can see, so it's sail on, but both bows trying furiously to get the kites back under control. At Mark 3, Newport Harbor going around quite calmly in the 2. One halo, one going in there. Wow, it'll all depend on the umpire call on the zone there. It's too tough for us to call. There will definitely be a flag. Okay, and coming round Mark 4, it's still a 2-3-6. Newport Harbor trying to push Boat 10 back, but Unsung hero, boat 11, doing a jibe back now, been doing a phenomenal job gapping out boat 3, keeping that 145 gap, pushing them even further back. They'll keep hammering them up this beat. You can see in the back here, boat 1 being given an umpire-inflicted 720. We think for a windward leeward incident while they were trying to trap. That's going to make it very difficult for Newport Harbor. 2 boats deep. Chesapeake working hard to make a 1-2 conversion happen, and it looks like this race is nearly done. And they've done it. Chesapeake has squeezed boat 2 out of the back, now converting to at least a 1-2, if not a 1-2-3. Really impressive management of the 145 all the way around the course. And then when they saw their moment, they pounced, took advantage of the umpire, and look like they're going to finish off with a strong 1-2-3 combination. Next race of the Gold Round Robin here, we have Bristol Yacht Club in green, we have MIT in yellow. Boat 10 has done a superb job hanging back and is going to nail the boat end here. MIT forced to tack out and duck at the boat and slow with boat 8. Oh, in fact, boat 7 going into a spin. Really, boat 9, the only MIT boat near the line, unfortunately looking very strong for Bristol with at least a 1-3, possibly a 1-2 combination. Seriously impressive start and first beat from Bristol Yacht Club. Started ahead, executed a nice quick soap dish on the 1 MIT boat that was threatening, and now they have a strong 1-2-3 combination. You'll see boat 12 start to gap the last 2 MIT threats back, but Bristol look like they've got this one well in hand. And round mark 3, Bristol with a strong 1-2, really extended nicely down that run, and they've still got the ace, so this is going to be a tall order for MIT to come all the way back. And Bristol Yacht Club across the line with first, and coming up for a 2 with boat 11. There's a flag down in the back, but it won't matter. Bristol will get a nice strong 1-2 win here. Okay, welcome to the penultimate race of the Gold Round Robin, and unofficially the race for 3rd place between Chesapeake in green, MIT in yellow. MIT looking like they're going to win down at the pin, also looking like they'll win at the boat. All in all, a solid start for the engineers. 1 Chesapeake boat having to duck the whole fleet, but 11 and 10 getting off nicely. So something like a 2-3 or a 1-3-6 for Chesapeake. But Chesapeake have shown very strong upwind speed to convert themselves all the way through to a 2-3-4. Boat 10 just pinching their way just round that mark and avoiding their teammates. MIT, boat 9 hot on all 3 of their heels, and with Chesapeake overlapped, it's hard for them all to get the optimal rounding. Really nice work from Chesapeake boat 10, sacrificing her own positioning slightly just to gap out her teammates, go onto the run in a much more stable 2-3-4. MIT boats 9 and 8 will be putting a lot of pressure on her downwind though, so she'll be looking for her own teammates to return the favour in boats 11 and 12. MIT putting a beautiful double cover on boat 10. That's a move they've practiced on the Charles many times, even more effective with kites, and they've rolled all the way round. Now the question is, can they convert all the way through into that 145? Boat 9 jiving onto starboard to try and lock up boat 10. You'll expect to see boat 10's teammates coming back to help any moment now. Chesapeake Bay Yacht Racing Association showing their sonar skills, managed to get slightly cleaner drops than boat 7. Boat 7 under all sorts of pressure, slightly untidy rounding. That allowed boat 12 round the inside, and then ultimately able boat 10 just to sail through underneath. Chesapeake now with a 1-2. It is a 1-2-6, so it's not totally stable, but you'd imagine that they're able to hold on and cross the finish line here. And Chesapeake Bay Yacht Racing Association coming up to finish in their 1-2 and again unofficially claim 3rd place. Great sailing by them. They've been super strong team racers throughout the event. But a word too for MIT, possibly the least experienced team here, but they've shown great wheels and great team racing skills throughout both days of the competition and held all of the Gold Fleet races to a very tough race. "30 seconds to the final race of the 2023 Thayer Trophy at the Corinthian Yacht Club. This is between Bristol and Newport Harbour. These are the two top teams, we just don't yet know in which order. Bristol in blue, Newport Harbour in red. Bristol very early and surely over at the pin. Strong at the boat though. Let's see what the race officer calls. Yes, boat 6 over, but everyone else apparently clear. Bristol very strong at the boat and in the middle, and we've seen it's really hard to tack and cross out of the left. So at the moment looking like Bristol is something like a 1-2-6. Oh, but there's a red flag. Unsure who that's on, but that's going to make a huge difference. Oh, it's on boat 6. Boat 6 is going to be incredibly deep. They were already OCS. It's really all on boats 4 and 5 here. It's probably 1-2, or else it'll be Newport Harbour winning this race. At the top mark, Newport Harbour boat 3 done a great job to get in there and break up the 1-2. There was a hail for protest under Rule 18.3, but I think it's been green flagged by the umpires. We'll see Bristol trying to make this 1-2 conversion, but at the moment boat 3 is doing the better job of trying to make the 2-4 conversion and get into her play 2-2-3-4 combination first. Again, Bristol still with a very deep 6th player, so if they can't get this 1-2 done, it's going to be looking very tough. And here we go, boat 3 luffing boat 5 up. I think she's going to get it done here. We are going to have all 5 boats stacked up, but if they can get round, we will have a 2-3-4 for Newport Harbour. Midway down the run, Bristol boat 5 has done a superb job of boat speed, surfing every rave down the outside, potentially back into a 1-2. We're going to see Newport Harbour try and come back in and check in, and it is a long way round the outside for boat 5. She'll have to get across 1, 2 and 3, but just got great pace and is starting to leave the Newport boats behind. Newport Harbour boat 1, great job of recognising the threat, coming and sweeping boat 5 all the way round to the outside. And the problem here for boat 5 is her teammates so far back, it's hard for her to do much. Boat 2 came in, cleaned her out port starboard, get a nice gapped out 2-3-4. Really very hard to see what Bristol can do here. They'll keep trying to compress the race, and boat 6 is slowly catching up, but at the moment Newport Harbour have a tough lock on this one. Boat 4 going huge, going for the jibe back. Newport Harbour adopting exactly the right defence, the classic low, middle, high. Boat 1 will sneak round and take the one, This has, boat 4's jibe back has compressed the race very nicely. 5 and 6 are back in it. The problem is they're now a 2-5-6, and they've got to get all the way round into a 2-3-4 without Newport Harbor managing to escape into a 1-2. Very hard for boat 4 to cover both Newport Harbor boats. Boat 6 from Bristol got leverage all the way round to the left and has sailed themselves through into what looks to be a 2. Over on the right hand side, Bristol also still controlling of a different pair. It's a 2-3-6. They're going to try and convert Newport Harbor all the way back in the final 30 yards up to the finish. Newport Harbor still winning this with a 1-3-4 combination. Possibly 1-3-5, possibly 1-3-6, but it's suddenly got extremely close. We've got boat 3 trying to tack and lock boat 5. We've got boat 4 coming in with boat 2, trying to slow them down. Bristol starting to come through to what could be a 2-3-4. Boat 6 trying to squeeze through boat 3. Boat 4 trying to slow down boat 2 before they get there. And you know what? I think Bristol have done it. I think Bristol are going to get there with a 6 across the line in second, 4 across the line in third, and I believe that's boat 5 across the line in either a 4th or a 5th. Either way, Bristol Yacht Club in the last 50 yards of the beat. What a win. What a deserving way to become the champions of the 2023 Thayer Trophy. That was a spectacular race. Heartbreaker for Newport Harbor, who had sailed so well up to that point, but a fitting way to end this event.
And because I know that they